Hello everybody, and welcome back to the next episode of our Fallout 1 Let's Play here. Episode 2, if I'm not mistaken. When we last left off, we had come to the Rad Scorpion Caves to see if we could, solve Shady Sands' Scorpion issue. I've recently remembered, though, that a good way to gear up before doing that would be to go back to our lovely home of Vault 13, the unluckiest place around. Hopefully we won't have any issues coming along the way. I like how it slows down when it seems to go across mountainous looking areas on this map. And from here we can go into the living quarters. And it will be very dark for no reason. Okay. This was not the right room I was hoping to go in. Maybe I'm looking for the command center? There should be an armory somewhere in there. There is, I believe. Doors which can be opened with hands. Or can they? Yes. In here we have several lockers containing water canteens. Not the most useful of things. But, oh well. At the very least, they can be sold. What else we got? Mentats. Always up for some drugs. And first aid kits. Empty lockers. Okay. Well, at least they're prepared to store more stuff. I believe one of these should have, well, stim packs. We can heal ourselves at the least. And is that it? Or... wow, that's a major assembly of people. Would be difficult to know why I wasn't there, actually. I believe at least one of them looks exactly like I do. That security door is locked. I know how to solve that issue. You failed to unlock the security door. Actually, I think if I open up the F1 thing, it does give us something for... no. Skillex, use... lockpick. 2. Okay, if we just hit 2 on the keyboard, we can do this lockpick. You managed to trigger the passive alert on the door, clamping down the electronic lock. Good job. And the lock is... okay, we're never opening that. I don't believe there's anything else we can scrounge up here, so we just got some water and stim packs. Such a lovely haul. Well, it wasn't nearly as effective as of a gear run as I was hoping, but it will do. And while we're here, I think it's safe to say we can probably kill the rest of these rats. Let's see, where are these rats? Cave rat was hit for 5 points? 5 hit points, yeah. Now that we have a little bit of backup in the form of our pal Ian back there, this should be even easier than it was before. Which I'm not exactly sure there is an easier way of doing it. Seeing as how we had a rat spontaneously kill itself last time, I doubt we'll have something quite as efficient as that. Oh, something you may have noticed is our AC down here goes up whenever we hit turn. If you end your turn with hit points remaining, with action points remaining, it will allow you to temporarily boost your armor class, reducing the odds of you being hit. Thank God Ian's yet to shoot himself. The thing about companions is they're very good early in the game, but after a point they become just a little bit, what's the term, useless. The thing is, they do not level up with you, so when you first get them, they're more powerful than you are, but towards the end of the game they will be less. Cave Rat critically missed and lost her next turn. Well, that's fantastic. Cave Rat was critically hit for 17 points, wounding the rat and knocking it around. Cave Rat was killed. I think that's the first critical hit we've had. Let's see, if we go to our character, our XP is 350, and our next level will be at 1000. So for now, we have some ways to go. These rats probably aren't going to help us a whole lot, but hey, there's a lot of them, and they're fairly easy targets. Opening your inventory during combat will cost a significant amount of AP. Just for a note. You critically missed and lost your next turn. Oops, you were hit for 5 points. Ian missed. That was great, and he hit me. I'm not sure how I feel about this. This is a great term to practice our first aid skill, though. You heal 1 point and gain 25 XP. First aid. We can probably hit like the 4 key and do that. Or is it the 5 key and do that? We can hit the 5 key to heal ourselves, yeah. A fair note is if you're poisoned, using the first aid skill takes time, and the strain might kill you. Okay, we're not going to try to heal ourselves. These rats seem to be unaware of my existence. Cave Rat was critically hit for 3 points. Okay, we're finally getting those criticals from Finesse. It's a good thing to see. This is probably a rather risky build I have designed here. Seeing as how whenever we miss, we stand the chance of critically missing, which is never something that's very good to happen. And we're also going to do less damage on a normal hit, unless we critical. You critically missed and your weapon dropped. That's fan-freaking-tastic. May I ask, where is our weapon? No, Ian, don't trigger combat with the next one. I need my weapon back. There's my 10mm pistol. Good to see you, buddy. Now, something you can do with weapons is you can get a detailed description of them. A Colt 6520 10mm auto-loading pistol. I saw it as an O, sorry. Each pull of the trigger will automatically reload the firearm until the magazine is empty. Single shot only, using the powerful 10mm round. Minimum strength of 3, it has 10 out of 12 shots of 10mm. Jacket hollow piercing, I think is what that stands for. JHP. So I guess that means we should reload it for an extra 2 shots of 10mm. And let's go kill some more rats. What's our experience now? 550. Okay. We might actually be able to level up from these rats. That'd be a welcome surprise, I'd say. If I'm correct, you gain a perk every 2 levels in Fallout 1, so at level 2 we should get our first perk. When I originally played, I was using the skilled perk in conjunction with gifted, so I only got a perk every 4 levels. So I beat the game at level 12 or 13 if I recall, so I didn't have very many perks by the end of the game. That's not a mistake I'm repeating, although I might try a similar strategy when it comes to Fallout 2, when we finally get to that game. Because typically in that game, you achieve a perk every 3 levels, so achieving one every 4 levels is a much smaller loss. $650. We probably won't level up from these. I think that's safe to say, really. But we'll get close, so maybe we'll level up after we kill the first rat scorpion. That'd still be a very nice surprise. Something I'm just a little concerned about with the rat scorpion caves is we don't exactly have any armor, and the rat scorpions sting quite terribly. So it might be a better idea to go ahead and be on our way to Vault 15, as opposed to the caves, and then we can come back and help out Shady Sands afterwards. I think that's the idea I'll go with here. Desert entrance. We did get 1 rope, which is required to get further down in the caves here. We can enter the first level pretty easily, but I think it's the 2nd level will be required. There's some more rats over here. There are larger rats when you actually get inside the vault, but for now, we just have the typical small rats we've been dealing with, which I just walked past for some reason. Should probably pay attention to all the points here. I'd hate to get overwhelmed by rats. That'd be a little bit of a pathetic end to our journey. I'm gonna go ahead and hit F6 to pick a quick save slot again. This time going with episode 2, since that's what we're on. So if we die, we can come back relatively quickly. It's a little annoying to see enemies sometimes, because if they get behind those walls, like directly next to them, they're basically in a blind spot. Cave rat was critically hit for 5 points, seriously knocking the rat, or seriously wounding the rat and knocking it around. Good to know. That was a bit of a risky. You never want to stand directly in front of your companions when they're trying to do something, because it tends to go about like it just did. Which is to say that you get hit. Failed to do any healing. And a rat wanders next to me. In this weakened state, that's not a great thing. I might just try and risk it. For 6 AP instead of the typical 5, the 10mm pistol uses, we can aim a little more. Well, we can aim, basically. 31% for the head. So it's not really worth it to me. If we miss, we do have that risk of critical. So I'd rather just shoot once and run away, rather than aiming. And I believe this is the last rat at the entrance. to know. Okay, and let's go back to first aid, which is a number key 5. It is nice that we get experience points for successfully healing ourselves. I do like this game in that basically any build you come up with will be useful in some regard. It is possible to create a useless build, but it's just a little... It requires you to purposely do it, basically. You've taxed your ability with that skill. Wait a while. We do have the Doctor ability, which does essentially the same thing. The difference is doctoring is more useful with, say, crippled limbs, which we don't have any of, so I suppose I won't bother with it too much now. And there is a giant rat we failed to see. My aim is blocked by what exactly here? Missed. This is a little troubling. I think I might be running away from this time. We only have 17 hit points left. Maybe we can have the mole rat critically miss and kill itself, or we can just... That can happen. I do wonder, if we use our Pip-Boy in the wait function... Okay, we can't rest here. You can have an option to rest until healed, which will basically just heal you. For now, we're going to take a stim pack and be on our way. Okay, it's still alive, but we critically hit it. That's good to know. Actually, no, it's not still alive. We just, of course, triggered the next moment. And finally, we have leveled up. We do not get another perk, though. However, we can increase our small gun skill. We have 15 skill points here. So if we just put in that, we can get it to 55. Or we can wait and get it. Increase something else instead, like speech, to an even 60. Or an even 65. Yeah, small guns isn't tagged, but speech is, which means we can get it to go up twice as quickly. So, that works actually. Or, we can actually increase energy weapons to 39% in the process. We don't have an energy weapon yet, but we will get one. So it's a good enough idea to increase it early. But, for now, we'll keep it at that 35%. Just increase our speech to 65. Let's see. I believe this is where we're gonna have to use the rope to get down. I don't see any containers to loot, so we're just gonna go down the vault now. It's not lit very well. Yay, a large mole rat's coming towards us. Well, not a very large, of course. Pig rat. Oh, it's a pig rat. I don't know what that means exactly. Hit for 5 points, seriously wounding it. We should be able to see how wounded it is. Severely wounded. Okay. And now it's dead. Oops, cave rat was hit instead of cave rat. Again, really don't care which rat I'm hitting. Thanks for showing off, Ian. Since the small mole rats give about twice as much experience as cave rats, and they're just about as easy to kill, although they're a little better at killing us, I think it's better to spend our ammunition on them. Is there something... There might be something in the bathrooms here, I'm not sure. Pig rat critically hit and missed her next turn. I like how all of the rats we've encountered, cave rats or pig rats or whatever, have been female. It's like slightly suspicious. But oh well. Let's see. Will be 3,000 experience in... Okay. So it does take an increasing amount of experience to level up per turn. Because we only had to reach 1,000 experience to level up the first time. And this time we need to reach... We need to gain 2,000 experience, basically. Pig rat critically missed and lost the next turn. I love it when that happens. Let's see what it does. Pig rat was critically hit and killed this time. Good to see. Gonna go ahead and reload the gun, and actually I do want to look at something in the preferences. Combat messages verbose, combat taunts on, language filter off, running normal, subtitles. I want to turn subtitles on. Combat difficulty is wimpy, normal, or rough. Game difficulty is easy, normal, or hard. Violence level maximum. Highlight targeting only. Combat speed can be improved to fastest. That way this doesn't take so long to do. That should serve to make the game just a little more enjoyable, I hope. If we make the combat difficult. Yeah, now everything's just a little sped up. That way we don't have to wait quite as long. Okay. Sorry for not doing that sooner. You critically missed and your weapon dropped. That's bloody fantastic, actually. It can be a little annoying to target things again. So let's see. I want to get above our weapon, which is right down there. I see a 10mm pistol. I believe that's my pistol. And voila. Got it. Another simple cave rat. Since we put some extra skill in our guns, we can now have a little bit better accuracy in aiming with them, with our pistol. Okay. That's the main thing. It's not so much of a damage increase when you increase your gun skill and respective skills such as that. It's mainly that your accuracy is going up, which is nothing to bat an eye at, of course. We need a second rope to get there, don't we? Okay. We don't exactly have another rope. So. I guess we're gonna have to go back out to Aradesh to buy one from him. We do have some more ammunition for our hunting rifle, which I believe we can find in here, if I'm not mistaken. Which, let's be honest, I'm probably mistaken, but oh well. Let's go ahead and kill this last rat. And return up to the surface with our very small amount of ammunition left. I wonder what all Ian has. Let's see. I need to change formation. What weapons are you filled with? Barter would be what we do. You do have to barter with companions in this game to give them stuff. But because there's not a trade feature, there was a trade feature with companions added in Fallout 2, where it's not here now. So you have to barter with them to give them stuff, and steal from them to take stuff from them. which is, you know, just a little rude, but they're in our servitude, so it's not too terribly terrible. Too terribly terrible. That's how English works. Okay, now I forgot to set a stopwatch, so I'm not entirely sure how long this episode's been going on. But it probably hasn't been a short period of time, so let's just go to the caves, see if we can kill a rat scorpion. If not, we'll end the episode here, and continue with... Hey! This is actually amazing, I believe. The Alien Blaster. Hey, they're really out there. You don't say. You see fuzzy painting. An image of a singer, obviously very old. The image has a felt covering that's still in good condition. You find a small label that reads, "Property of Area 51, return it out." That's brilliant. Let's see, what is this Alien Blaster? It has 30 shards of small energy. A strange gun of obviously alien origin. Looks like it can support small energy cells. However, minimum strength of 2, which is nothing. And its damage is 30 to 90. If you're unaware, the Alien Blaster is something that has been in every Fallout game, I believe, and it is basically the best weapon possible. At least in the first few. In Fallout 4, there are better energy weapons still, but, yeah, that is why Tin Luck is amazing. We're back in Shady Sands. I am definitely saving this, just to make sure. I'm gonna do a manual save here. My god. Let's see what Rad Scorpions can do here. I'm definitely gonna be using our next skill points and energy weapons. Because good grief, was that a lucky... That was just lucky as hell. You need a minimum luck of 6 for that encounter to be possible to happen. Even then, there's no guarantee it ever will happen. I specifically had my previous character with 6 luck, so it might happen. It never did appear for me, though. So, don't expect that to happen at all, no matter how much luck you have, or how good you think you're doing. We have a very small chance of hitting him. I don't want to have to get close to you, but I will. I am critically hit for 9 points. I feel the pain. I feel nothing. Let's see. I need 4 action points. This weapon only needs 4 action points. If we increase our... God. It only requires 4 action points. Good grief. And voila, the death of scorpions. You see scorpion. Oh, all that's left is their tails. I'm at my maximum carrying capacity? It sucks. I know these scorpion tails weigh a lot, but they're extremely vital. Ian, I need you to take some stuff. You can take all your ammo. Ammo does weigh stuff in the original games. I don't need 10mm pistol ammunition ever again, I don't believe. I've hit the jetpack. I will keep the fuzzy painting. Actually, how much is it worth? Okay, it's worth a good amount of caps. But I will keep it unless it weighs something. I don't think it does. Offer. That's a good trade. You bet it's a good trade. Nothing. Never mind, Ian. Wonder how many pounds I've gotten rid of. Okay, I can carry... Can't even carry another tail. Harder. I'd hate to leave off this, for another episode again, because we've already put it off. But, might just have to. I don't know. This was an amazing episode progress-wise, though. Pick a save slot. I don't know why I have to. Actually, I'll go ahead and start the episode 3 slave slot for this episode, since we're gonna be getting there soon, of course. But let's just end these scorpions' lives. Although this is a weapon I'd hate to critically miss with.
Your life ends in the wasteland.
Really should have paid attention to those hit points. I think we've made enough progress for this episode, though. I'm gonna call it a hit. And thank you all for watching, and I bid you adieu.